To South America, the Armadillos and the ThunderBirds battling here in Rio de Janeiro as Terry McLaurin, Jay Daniels, and Mexico City's offense take on a high-powered ThunderBirds offense. We'll bring the action here in a second as the ThunderBirds make their entrance with Baker Mayfield at the helm. And we will get into this game very shortly. This is our last afternoon game, and then we will be transitioning into the nightly games where the Toronto Condors and the Bisons will be fighting off in, you guessed it, Oklahoma. As you know, this game is going to have some importance here in South America. And why don't we get this out of the way rather than me just yapping the entire time? Let's get into it right now. Mexico City to kick this one off to the home team to start us off. As Rio de Janeiro takes this one out. Here they'll get to the 27. And Baker Mayfield with the ball first. He's got some impressive receivers around him, but let's look at his stats right now. He is an 83 overall, very aggressive quarterback, 84 speed and 81 awareness. This one, a quarterback to look out for. As Baker Mayfield, he's got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, top two targets on that team, as Wagner brings down man in the backfield. Results in 2 yards. And I believe that is the tight end moving. And they'll get this one off to tight end. That's Otten on 1st and 10 now from the 41. Mayfield. They'll have Leonard Fournette, I believe, in the backfield. Here, Mayfield gets this one off to the running back. And he's got about 8 yards on that play. We do see an injury timeout being taken here. An offensive lineman clearly in some pain. I did take down the injury sliders so that wouldn't happen, but I mean, just honest mistakes being made here. Mayfield tries to get this one to Otten, and he drops it. I don't know exactly what happened there. He was wide open, but it'll be 3rd and short. Mayfield goes back to Otten, and what a great way to show your trust in a tight end right there. He drops your first one. You say, screw it. Give it to him anyways. Even after that, and he picks up a first down for you. Hold on, though. I'll be right back. I am back here as the end of the quarter. Rio de Janeiro getting in to the end zone. The Armadillos in Mexico City looking to tie the game up here at the 21-yard line. And the shift of the tight end, Bucky Irving, will get 2 yards. And that will get them to the 19. So now they're officially in the red zone. Mayfield looking to pass. Might have all day. And he's got his receiver down the field. Big catch inside the 5. Results in 1st and goal for Baker Mayfield and the Armadillos here. Mexico City, I told you they were looking for that end zone, and they might find it right here with just a little under 5 minutes. And Irving goes down 3 yards back. You can thank Wagner for that one. It's Bobby Wagner. And now the end zone just 5 yards out. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his man. Touchdown. And I'm sorry, I kept calling them the Armadillos. It's still the Rio de Janeiro ThunderBirds. Nonetheless, they still get in the end zone. Touchdown, ThunderBirds, as this one is beginning to look ugly for Jaden Daniels and the Armadillos. That should have been my first guess. Again, sorry for that one being misdiagnosed by me. As the kickoff will go clear back to the 5. Turn this one. They'll say it'll be at the 29. Jaden Daniels coming out for the Armadillos. So 1st and 10 at the 29. And this pass is going to be caught for a 1st down to the 40. And they're going to need a lot more than that if they want to get at least a touchdown here to try and compete with the ThunderBirds. Slip screen will get them 2 yards there, which also won't get them anything, but slow progress here, folks. 2nd and 8. And a really slow handoff right there. The defense gets to it. It'll be 3rd and 13 at the 38. A very important conversion here. Daniels chucks it, and it's almost intercepted. And this one will be 4th and 13. They'll have to punt this one from their own 38. This one sails into the back of the end zone. And Baker Mayfield will be in company at the 20-yard line. He's been almost perfect here. He's gotten about a 90% completion rate right now, and that will make it another catch, and a pretty big one at that, as the ThunderBirds marching down the field start off this drive once again. Otten in motion. Mayfield looks to throw, and he's going to be sacked. The Armadillos have had enough. 6-yard loss. And the Armadillos, if they continue to show that resilience, they might put their offense in a good position here. So 2nd and 16. Let's see how Baker Mayfield tries to prevent that. Pretty smart tactic right there. Just give it to your fast receiver there. And it'll be 3rd down and short. They were just looking at 2nd and 16. Now 2 yards to go. And the pressure gets home. Defensive line knew what they had to do there. And here comes the punt at their own 46. This one will go out at the 20. Might as well have been a touchback as Jaden Daniels comes back out for the Armadillos. He's got some work to do. Still 0-14. Defense gave him an opportunity. And he's got 1:53 to cash it in. Right here, Daniels chucks this one for just over 10 yards. 1st and 10. No huddle here. Daniels looks to throw. Fires. Intercepted. And the Thunderbirds will get it back inside the 35 to the 31. Troy Hill on the interception. And Daniels is not having a good day right now. I mean, tries to connect with Brown there, and as you can tell, it just did not work. Here's Baker Mayfield once again. That is our first turnover of the game. And Mayfield gets it out to Otten. Otten pushing forward to the 16. That'll be a 1st down as Chin was on the coverage there. 1st and 10 to the 16. Mayfield pass is caught. Otten once again. It'll be a gain to the 6. Timeout taken by the Thunderbirds. They want to talk this one out before they go forward with their plan here to go up by 21, which is very possible right here. Almost a minute left in the 1st half. Mayfield looking to throw. He's got a man in the backfield. That's going to be Irving for a yard gain. 2nd and goal. Time winding down. And the handoff not going to get there. Now 3rd and goal. A goal line stand and the bounce here for Mexico City, as the Thunderbirds have been pretty dominant. Can they get something here? Mayfield trying to escape the pressure, walks right into Armstrong, and that's going to be a sack. 4th and goal at the 18 now, and they'll have to settle for a field goal. Timeout. Thunderbirds. The Thunderbirds will go on the board once again. 17 unanswered points for this team in the 1st half. And with time winding down, I don't see Mexico City getting anything unless it's a kickoff return right here. And they'll decide to kneel it. So a little bit more of an opportunity for Daniels. But remember, he did throw the pick last time, and that run will get 5 yards, and we'll go to halftime. Mexico City, a goose egg. And the Thunderbirds up by 17 in this matchup. The battle for South America getting heated as we take a look at the usual schedule here. San Antonio Black Knights, Memphis Sentinels. You get the deal. And then we take a look at our main event, the Toronto Condors and the Oklahoma City Bisons. They'll have some time to kind of figure that one out. The Montreal Mounties and the Snowhawks. I told you once, I'll tell you twice. It's already been done. The game just refuses to acknowledge it. For, again, whatever reason, that should be fixed by the time week 2 comes around. And 1st and 10 at the 25 after a good special teams effort. So Mexico City really needing to turn things around here. Jaden Daniels, your guy if you want to do that right here. 1st and 10. The rookie gets the snap. Looks, fires, and the pass is caught for about 8 yards. So 2nd and 2. Daniels fires, and it's going to be incomplete. Ertz couldn't hold on to the ball. And it'll be 3rd and short. Daniels chucks this one for Terry McLaurin, and it's caught. A 1st down to keep the drive alive here for Mexico City. They need at least a touchdown right here to be considered in it here, and the penalty is going to be a false start, which is definitely not something you want to hear right now if you're the Armadillos. Huge problems with the line here. Daniels gets this one out for a yard as the secondary was all over it. 2nd and 9. The 41. And the handoff will get another yard, but it's still 3rd and long at the 43. Daniels scrambles out, fires downfield, and it's caught. What a way to extend the play there by Daniels. And this is not over yet. That cornerback over there was kind of looked like he was on something right there. Doesn't know where he's at. 2nd down after an impressive defensive rep on the ThunderBirds side. 2nd and 10. Daniels chucks this one out for about 8 yards. 3rd and 2. Now for Rio. Handoff. And this one's going to be backed up and quick. Brian Robinson Jr. They've been a good defensive group so far, as the kick is up and good to make it 3-17. So Armadillos, look at the bright side. They at least got on the board here and are within 2 possessions of tying the game up, as the ThunderBirds look to continue their big-time home opener. Baker Mayfield having himself a day. Take a look at your highlights here. He's been zipping it down the field. Evans, his main target. And together, they've combined for about 2 touchdown passes on the game. Godwin may be looking for one, as Mayfield will put Evans in motion to the other side of the field. Pass to the bottom of the screen. That's the motion man. Evans, Lattimore on the tackle there, and that's why I said things may get heated in this rivalry for South America. I mean, it's one of the biggest wide receiver versus cornerback stories in the NFL, and certainly going to be the case here in the MNFL. On 1st and 10 here, Evans sent in motion once again, and Mayfield looks elsewhere. This pass is caught, and it'll be about a gain of 7. 47-yard line is where they'll reside, as the motion man, number 15, about 2 yards there for Mayfield. 3rd and 1. Mayfield. Pass downfield is caught by Evans. And this dynamic duo continues to be, well, dynamic. And the end of the quarter, Troy Hill with an interception. And the Armadillos still trying to claw back, down 2 possessions. So the ThunderBirds have been on a real game-winning attitude here this entire game. As you'll see Otten in motion. Mayfield gives it to the motion man. And it's going to be a yard gain there to the 40. So 2nd and 9. Handoff to Irving. He's got some blocks. And he'll get forward for a gain of 7 on his 7th rushing attempt today. So 3rd and short. Upcoming. Mayfield. Looking. Trying to get out of there. He does for a 1st down to the 29. And Mayfield getting a little physical there with the Armadillos defensive line, it seemed like. So 1st and 10 at the 29. We'll see how this one goes, as he is met pretty much at the line of scrimmage, pushes forward for a yard. And Mayfield fakes the handoff. Mayfield zips ones down the field, and it's incomplete. Whew. That one would have been the dagger in Mexico City's comeback plan. Mayfield throws an interception, and the Armadillos have a chance. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left, as Benjamin St. Just, with just the right amount of ball skills there to pick it off. That pass intended for Mike Evans, as Jaden Daniels heads back out. Been a sorrowful day for him up until now. His defense rewards him with a turnover. And Daniels is sacked. Couldn't find anyone. Wagner on the tackle. So 2nd and 17 after the sack. He's going to try and throw, and he's sacked again. The defense is unrelenting here. No huddle. Mexico City looking for something. They got it, but it's going to be short. And what a defensive sequence. Hold on, they're going to go for it. What is going on? The Armadillos. Daniels chucks it, and it's not going to go far. Incomplete. And that should be it. Troy Hill forcing the incompletion there as Baker Mayfield looks out ahead as to what he can see from the first half. He's done an amazing job on offense. The only mistake was kind of just erased by this defense. He's had an unbelievable start here as the 2-yard gain there made by Irving. And the 2-minute warning. 3-17. The Armadillos the only one to score in this second half, but that could change all right here. This one would certainly end it. And Irving goes forward for another 2 yards, 3rd and 6. With 1:57 left to go. Irving is met in the backfield. And it'll be 4th and 8. Luvu is down, and that is huge. Huge defensive part of this Mexico City offense, or defense. Ooh, definitely on one today. As the kick is up and good to make this one a 20-3 ball game. And we're back to the same deficit as when we came into the second half. And I don't think they come back from this. I mean, sure, you have the decent little return right there, but I mean, what's that going to do you if Daniels can't get down the field in time? You know, like right here, even if they score, maybe get a 2-point conversion. Okay, maybe. It would be 11 points, and then they'd have to get the onside kick, do it again, and even then, it wouldn't be enough to truly give this team what they desire here, and that's a win. No huddle, 7 seconds off the clock. Daniels looking downfield, and this has been the story of the game, hasn't it? Daniels unable to find anybody once again, and he's sacked. It'll be 3rd and 10. Daniels finds the check down, and a timeout by the Armadillos. They'll have to go for this one here. An injury timeout for Robinson. They keep losing key players. So 4th and 6. Daniels keeps the drive alive. Not exactly going to matter there. And there's a key defensive player for the Thunderbirds. Barrett goes down. Of course, all the updates on them coming after the game. Daniels fires, and this one goes for another 1st down. No huddle here as the hopeful touchdown still looming in the possibilities category as this one thrown out of bounds with 11 seconds left. Daniels, can he get himself a touchdown to end this lackluster first week performance as this pass gets pretty close. They'll get to the 17-yard line. 6 seconds left. And does this team have it in them here? I think this will be the last play. Daniels into the back of the end zone, but we do have 2 seconds left. We'll see what the Daniels led Armadillos want to do, and this one, yep, that ends it right there. He runs out of bounds. Game over. And the Battle of South America goes to the Thunderbirds in week 1. Of course, this is a divisional game, so they'll be back to greet each other another time. And the Thunderbirds, wow, what a performance in that first half. Clearly showing that they weren't going to let up until they had a win. You've seen them kind of continue that same trend, but not following it as well, with Evans getting in the end zone twice, Baker Mayfield with 2 touchdowns, and that's what it comes from right there. Jaden Daniels, no touchdowns, just like the rest of his teammates. 161 yards and about a 68-point completion percentage here, as Baker Mayfield, 2 touchdowns, about 200, we'll call it 45 yards, just for the sake of it being even in our minds. And 83-point completion percentage there for Baker Mayfield. So the Battle of South America, once again, want to reiterate, it does go to the Thunderbirds. As we say, so long from Rio de Janeiro.